All right, so I'm David Patterson with Patterson's Muffin Sauce, and today I'm going to talk about how to prep a brisket. So this is the night before we're planning to cook the brisket. This is a 14-pound full brisket, so it has a point and a flat. And one of the most important things that you have to do before you put it on the grill tomorrow is trim it. And so we're going to trim a lot of the fat off, not all of it. We're probably going to leave about a half of an inch all the way around it. And then we're going to put salt, kosher salt, and cracked black pepper on it and let it sit in the fridge overnight. So we removed a lot of the fat off of this. It's, probably a half inch around, the entirety of the surface. And so this is how much fat we've removed. And so I always freeze this and use for our sausage recipes. And so it's really great for that. So nothing goes to waste. Now, I'm just going to put salt and pepper on it and leave it in the fridge overnight. And so this is kind of a Texas style brisket. I don't really put anything else on top of it. I've tried injecting before, and I don't think that it really does as much as you would like. So I'm just kind of a purist with just salt and pepper. So now I'm finished with one side, and I'm going to hit the other side in the same way. I don't wrap it or anything. I just leave it in one of these containers, which are really great to kind of keep everything contained. So I'm just going to take this and stick it in the fridge overnight, and then get up early and put it on the grill in the morning. All right, so we have our brisket here. I put it on at 4:30 this morning. You can see the setup I have. So I'm obviously cooking on an egg. I have the diffuser plate, and then I covered it in foil, and then I put an aluminum pan under the brisket that actually had apple cider and a mixture of apple cider and water underneath it. And so it is now around 8 a.m. and so it's been about 5 hours. And so now what I normally do is I have a mix that I spray on it, and it's just apple cider vinegar and Worcestershire sauce. And so I'll come in and just spritz it, sort of keep the moisture high. So we're back with our brisket. It's been on for about 11 and a half hours. The internal temp of the flat part is somewhere around 175. I like to wrap it at this stage. So throughout the cook, I've been spritzing it with apple cider vinegar. So now I'm going to wrap it in unwaxed butcher paper and put it back on until it gets to a temp about 2. So now I've got it wrapped. I put the paper underneath it so it's kind of resting on top of it. So I'm going to let it get to around 203 degrees, and then I'm going to pull it off, put it in a cooler, let it rest for a little while, and then we're going to slice it and eat it. All right, so we've got the brisket off the grill. We've cooked it for 13 and a half hours. I think the next important thing that you probably need to know is how to cut it. So this is the flat, this is the point. The grains run in opposite directions. These grains are running in this direction, and these are going in that direction. And so you want to cut it across the grain rather than with the grain, so that it ends up being tender and you don't have these long stringy bits. So you can see that we got a good smoke ring. Looks to be done, got a good bark. So we're going to cut this one this way. Once I get to here, I'm going to switch and go in that direction. So this is going to be much fattier. This is going to be leaner.